This looks incorrect.
Okay, this looks good. Try this again real quick. Okay, good. I've got the chat showing up in the stream now. That over there. And throw on the game, and that should do it. That's incorrect. That's very incorrect. Gotta change the output. Okay. Change the speaker output. Pull that back up. So I should see this come back up in a moment. Not seeing the desktop audio. Try that again. There we go. Bring that down a little, bring that down a little. Okay. Anybody in the chat, please sound off. Okay, I'm seeing Isaac over here in the chat. Let me take a look at my pop-out chat, because... Okay, now I see it. Good. How's the sound balance coming through for you? Like, something that drives me nuts when I'm trying to do streams is if the audio isn't too great. If, like, the game is too loud or the microphone is too quiet or whatever. I've had a few test recordings go kind of bad, and it seems like my audio settings always get really messed up in between different playthroughs, so... Like, just as a consequence of unplugging and plugging back in all of my stuff. This game I've found actually records really, really well. Meat Boy dropped a whole lot of frames when I put it up in the archive, and, you know, to say little of Knights of the Old Republic. Well, let's load up the game. I can get started, and if there's any problems with the audio, I can check back and see how people are doing with it. Oh, it's bringing me back to Raxus Prime again. I gotta quit the level and load up a different one. I was doing a little bit of off-screen grinding, so to speak, and decided to have a little bit of fun trying to get my Force Lightning up, because Force Lightning level 2 is kind of murder. It's strong enough that you think it's good, but weak enough that it's not actually good. So I needed level 3 Force Lightning. Yeah, we saw this.
You are ready to stand with me against the Emperor.
We saw this.
My ship at once. We will at last.
We saw this.
The galaxy.
Right. Good. Could you just quit the cutscene and show me a loading screen already? Like, it's more obnoxious seeing the cutscene up, thinking that the game is not letting you quit the cutscene, than it is seeing a loading screen. I probably should have put this on my solid-state drive instead of my normal hard drive, because... There we go.
Just get the ship ready to launch. As you wish, Master.
Alright, when we last left off, Starkiller was looking very good for someone who'd been impaled through the gut and sent out into space. But enough about that. Let's take a quick look at the various different kinds of costumes that we have available, because this might be the one and only chance that we have to change it before moving on. So, we can play as just about any other character we want, while all the while having Starkiller's boyish, wet-behind-the-ears kind of voice. Ultimate Sith Edition comes with a ton of skins. Just a buttload of them. Including this one that looks kind of like the sun. We've got his post-game DLC scenario costume for the bad ending. We have a version of it that looks really nasty. Darth Maul, Mace Windu, of course. I have to think that part of the reason that all of these skins exist must be because they were trying to fill in, like, the multiplayer feature. The Wii version had a multiplayer mode, where you could play as all these different Jedi, and they kind of had different moves, but they kind of all had the same moves at the same time. So it wasn't a great multiplayer feature. the voice. Well, that's the hell of it. Darth Maul in Clone Wars is kind of a simpering twit, if I can be honest. He has this really mincing Dr. Smith kind of voice. This, oh, the pain at all. Master, please! Just this really hammy, shrill kind of voice, and not at all what you would have expected from him compared to what he gets in the few lines he has in episode 1. I feel like I want to make this very, very silly and use the Clone Wars style skin. Now it's going to have to restart the level because you can't change the model without restarting the level. Everybody knows that. Meanwhile, over on the PlayStation 4, Horizon has a photo mode which lets you pause the whole world, and look at that. That's really good. Damn. That looks just like it came out of Clone Wars. Why didn't they make the game in this style? This would have been great. Holy cow, that reads so much better. I mean, Starkiller is still, not my favorite character, but looking at it, the expression is more readable, his eyes. I think I'll stick with this through this level. That's yeah. Nearby squads, gas. Raise the thing. Come on, at least one of these has to break and give me health orbs, right? That even reads better with the style of action that Starkiller's kind of got. Like, these moves look like something out of the Clone Wars animated series. Like, with the sudden, jerky kind of moves that he's doing here, where... You know what I mean? Like, Anakin has a lot of moves that look like this. They actually did make a Clone Wars game. And it's kind of just... It's kind of like if you took... What the heck just happened there? He just disappeared and died. And crap fell off the walls. But they did make a Clone Wars game. And it played an awful, awful lot like the Episode 3 video game that was released not too long. I think actually it was released the same time as the movie. Oh, the Electric Trooper, right. This is where they start giving you stormtroopers that counter really specific moves. So now that they've taught you to use lightning all the time, they want you to absolutely stop with lightning. The consensus on the Clone Wars game was that it was really average. Like, not awful. Kind of fun for the fact that I think it had a variety of different kinds of skins, too. And, like, maybe, I don't remember if it had, like, a co-op mode or anything like that, but it seemed like the type of thing that would be ripe for co-op. Did I just get killed by an invisible explosion? But looking at this, I feel like they could have really made a AAA Clone Wars game, and it would have been awesome. The problem is that back during the time that they made this, I'm not sure who would have taken it seriously. Because I'll be honest, I didn't take the Clone Wars series very seriously when it was released. I became a fan at this point, you know, almost 10 years after the fact. Like, only when it was winding down and Disney was ending the series so that they could concentrate on Rebels did I start watching it. A lot of people have really fond memories of that series, I'm finding. There's a lot of people who I find are following me on Quora who got into Star Wars specifically because of the Clone Wars series and not for the movies. Man, you see an area of guys like this and you want to hit them all with lightning, but the only thing you can do is repulse them. And that doesn't even kill them because they've got a shield. Okay, let's rethink this, because the last time I tried to get this thing, it was pretty bad. Yeah, that hurts you too. Do these all just have mustard gas inside of them? Well, whatever. But yeah, this, at the time, it seemed like the way for video games to go was something that looked a lot like Uncharted, or something that looked like Metal Gear Solid 4, right? Where it has this kind of hyper-realistic look. Nowadays, I'm looking at this Star Killer feeling like, man, I would have preferred to see something like this. Especially with games like Overwatch and Paladins right now, kind of taking the spotlight. Like, those are games that very much look like some kind of an homage to the Clone Wars series. And then the Old Republic, even, some aspects of its art style are owed to the Clone Wars as well, where they very much went for a more stylized approach instead of, oh, here we go. Oh, proxy. What do you mean you can hear it? Did he just fade out of existence? 501st here. What are you? Shadow Trooper? That's what passes for a Shadow Trooper now? The stream might have hiccuped a little bit. Mine still shows it's streaming. The internet's not perfect. I don't have necessarily the greatest upload speed in the world, and I don't have a whole lot of power over it. So, if it hiccups, I do apologize. There isn't a whole lot I can do. I hate it when I hit it with a charged shot, and then... Oh! Oh. Of course, Master. Okay, let me fiddle with my lightsaber a little bit. Compressed red crystal, eh? I've also got the blue crystal if I want to use that, but who wants a blue lightsaber? Long live the Sith. Yeah, I'll take that. Going up against all these stormtroopers, absolutely I'll take that. Yeah, now I got this nice pulsing effect. It's a little too subtle to be a really satisfying extra skin. Oh, geesh. And I'm dead. Before I'm even through the door, I'm dead. Did I up the difficulty or something? Is that what happened? These Shadow Troopers are not quite as compelling as the ones from Jedi Knight 2. Not quite. Okay, let's widen that a bit, get out of the way, and go through. Oh, for Pete's sake. Can't grab you. This guy is just a big frickin' health sponge. Rapidly approaching the sun? What the heck did you do, Proxy? Best thing that you can do to these guys, electrocute the hell out of them because they're droids. How am I still alive? Just too dangerous to approach right now. Just too dangerous. And that is every encounter that I'm going to have with a Purge Trooper. They're just awful. I'll stand right next to the door. That'll be the best idea. Oh, you want some of this too, huh? Where are all those shots coming from? Oh. Oh, hey, guys. Ah, jeez. This wasn't your brightest plan. This was the worst plan ever. Ever employed by any Imperial staff. I could not imagine anything more tactically ineffectual than this setup. Come on. There we go. After a while, you start to learn to spam the radial blast because the aiming is just so finicky. Okay, that just about crippled those guys. Nope. Oh no. Okay, okay. Purge Troopers kinda mean business. They're a lot like the Dark Troopers, only slower and dumber. I wonder if they ever actually used these to hunt Jedi. It would have been kind of cool to see something like that. Oh! And all that time and care and effort, and I just, okay. Nope. Piece of... Okay, at least I got through that hall with a little more health. I think I accidentally bumped this up to hard difficulty. I think I did that to try and get more experience points, and it's kind of backfiring. Now it's time for a game of Don't Touch the Walls. Oh, come on, get up. This, the recovery animation for being knocked down is awful. Like, you don't get invincible frames, you don't get... You don't get anything. They're just able to slap you around until doomsday. Oh, this is the way I came. I really can't grip him through his shield. I gotta get some lightsaber upgrades or something, because this is murder. Let's take a look at the Force upgrades. Grip repulse. Yeah, I don't have the grip upgrade because the grip upgrade is useless. In fact, all of my upgrades are useless. Wonderful. Talents, fortitude, affinity, vitality, amount of health I regain defeating enemies. I don't really seem to have a problem with that. Resilience, amount of damage I take. Could be worth it. Amount of damage you deal with the lightsaber in melee combat. Yes, please! Give me defense mastery too. Hell with it. Combos. Anything useful here? Grapple maneuver. Aerial blast? Man, who cares? Who cares? Ugh, these combos. They're too long. You'll get interrupted before you could use any of them. Lightning Bomb. Aerial Strike. RB Hold. Okay, so that's during lock-on. It's an air dash. Why not? And that's all I can get right now. Okay, let's show him the power of Clone Wars fandom. Oh, come on! Didn't even open the door. Oh! Don't touch the walls. Any more Evo troopers? Oh, he's down. Killed himself. Ah, for Pete's sake. It's so finicky about whether or not this is going to work. I gotta start trying to get the Repulse not to use quite as much force energy because it's a little too important at this stage. And you die, and you die, and you die, and you die. No, 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 you will die! Oh, you didn't think I'd leave without saying hello to you? You don't really even need to kill the Purge Troopers. You can just take those columns and deal with it that way. Hang on one sec. My dog is barking at the door. I gotta let him in. Come on in, Dundee. Yeah, good boy. Good puppy dog. Yeah, bet you're hungry. Bet you're hungry. Yeah, good boy. And the Dark Lord of the Sith has let his puppy dog outside. Let us continue. Ah! See what I mean? Get knocked down and I am just picked off. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. This is getting annoying. Sometimes the control for the lightsaber seems really off, like... It seems like he should kind of auto-face something to hit it, but he never does, so you're kind of struggling to aim him. Oh, 1138. I'm subject 1138. I'm brilliant. 1138. Because we have to have a reference to that one. For those not in the know, THX 1138 is George Lucas's first original sci-fi feature, I believe, based off of a short film that he made in college. It kind of... Oh, come on! So you get hit by one rocket, you get knocked down 2 rockets. The knockdown mechanics in this game are just awful. Like, what you expect is to be able to hit the A button to jump up back to your feet. Ah, that flailing. Oh, for crying out loud. And then he knocks me into the thing and... Oh. How well did this game review when it came out? What score did it get on Metacritic? I can't remember if it was really well received or kind of meh or what. Like, The Force Unleashed 2 has really, really nasty critical reception. And as I played that one, I didn't get why until I finished the game. and realized that it didn't really have an ending. Okay, I get it. That's what the dash attack is for. This is really useful, actually. This is really good hit and run kind of. Because he's not ever going to flinch. Another thing you kind of expect is that if you get enough hits on him in rapid enough succession is that you kind of expect him to eventually flinch. For Xbox 360, yeah, that seems about right. For PC, I'm not really concerned, because, what are these guys getting electrocuted by? Something seems to have malfunctioned. Like, are these pillars just... This is nuts. This is completely nuts. Look at this. Ah, God. Is the ghost of Nikolai Tesla helping me here? Oh, that's crazy. And of course it doesn't help because this guy's immune. Look at this! What is going on? I'm so sorry I have to end your life. It was a thing of beauty for me. Oh, for... Come on, get both of them. Oh, no, no! So the problem is that if I go down there, I'm going to die. It's not like I have any guaranteed defense. It's not like I have a running saber block defense or anything. If I go down there, I am going to die. Okay. Kill both of them. Electrocute the shit out of both of these guys. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Like, what I think would have improved this game a lot is if they put... If they actually did try to make a serious multiplayer game. And I don't often advocate for a single-player game to consider a multiplayer feature, but in this instance, where they've got saber duels happening, and where I'm having the kinds of problems that I am, where it just seems too unpredictable to be able to defend against certain types of attacks. In those kinds of instances, it would be really beneficial to consider how the player is going to handle defending themselves against certain types of attacks. Because then you can give that to the enemies too. And then you can give the enemies attacks that variously demand certain types of defenses. Like, this is terrible. This block here, this doesn't do shit. Like, the big problem is that I'm immobilized while doing it. I'll try it against the Purge Trooper and see if I'm, like, missing something. But But this doesn't seem like the kind of game where you want to be immobile. Like, I'm gonna sit here and just turtle up with... See, it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me against... It doesn't block anything. I think those are flechette launchers, so he doesn't block them. So, what we've just learned is that this block doesn't work. At least, not against everything. It works maybe against a single lightsaber combatant who you are locked onto, in which case it immobilizes you and you can't ever get yourself into a more advantageous position. It works against the melee attacks from, oddly enough, the Purge Trooper, which is a giant walking dump truck. It works against normal blaster fire from almost all directions, at least as long as they're in front of you, which is never a guarantee. Like, when you really need this to work is when enemies are off-screen. It does not work against whatever little electric flechette launchers these guys have. And I'm willing to bet that there's a ton of different things that guarding doesn't work with. Yeah, it probably doesn't do shit against that missile, right? And I'm already dead. Or you know what? I'm already... yeah. So, like, you think about what kinds of design considerations would have come across in a PvP game where you've got one person playing as Starkiller and another person is playing as Starkiller. And what that'd force you to do is make attacks that are more pragmatic. Like, this looks neat and it feels reasonably good, but combos like this are massively impractical. Like, look at that. That just made me waltz right into enemy hands. And it's so easy to accidentally cut your way into a bunch of explosive barrels into a corner when you're fighting an enemy. Like, this is not an amazingly practical moveset right now. And the guard doesn't work, and push doesn't work against everything, and lightning doesn't work against everything, and the defenses that they have don't feel reasonable, right? They don't feel like they've got a logical or reasonable means of defending. It feels like they're just immune for the sake of being immune, for the sake of making sure you don't spam moves, where that should kind of be a matter of, like, the style point system or the combo system. But the combo system is not strong enough in order to make it so that it's all that practical. So they have these enemies that purposely don't allow you to use certain attacks, or force you to discard certain abilities. Which in this room in particular is really aggravating. Because your melee attacks are more likely than not to make you run into these pylons. Force push is not going to do a whole lot. This guy wants for hit and run with force lightning. Like, if they had an inkling of how the player could defend themselves against these abilities, and if the abilities were put together with a PvP balance, then I think that they could have, I think they could have made stronger enemy design for it. instead of what I just did, which was not especially fun. I've actually died so many times that I've gained a level doing this. At this point, I kind of wonder what it is I hope to gain from killing these guys and the Purge troop. Oh, for crying out loud. A safe departure, that's what I'm hoping to gain. And then, of course, there's not really much of a way to charge up your force power other than to wait, which leads to these scenarios where you are just... Oh, for crying out loud, don't do that. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, lock on. There. Even locked on, I can't. And the lock-on feature is so touchy that you find yourself killing enemies just to get lock-on targets out of the way. In hindsight, I'd call 78 generous. And look at that, the lightning grenade doesn't really work. Oh, come on. Nope, 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 nope. And the lightning spread doesn't really work. That's level 3 lightning. That should have chained to the both of them, but it only gets the one guy. And I have no idea how to make it hit more than one guy at a time. Like, sometimes it feels like doing that, and sometimes it doesn't. And that's the thing, you kind of don't want abilities that you have to leave to random chance. You want abilities that provide you a certain and specific benefit. Like, if you consider a JRPG, like a Final Fantasy game, what are the abilities that you never frickin' use? Slots, right? Nobody uses frickin' slots. Nobody uses the abilities that have a chance to give poison. Either give poison or don't. It's nice when it's incidental, it's nice when it's extra, but when chance is the root of your abilities, and you can't predict the way that... No, they don't. Don't lie to me, Razor. Nobody uses slots. One shot at Emerald. But that's not... You have no guarantee that that's how that's going to work.
Vader said you were dead. But you came back. You've been branded a traitor to the Empire.
It doesn't matter. I don't care about any of that. I'm leaving the Empire behind.
Oh, that wasn't too great looking that wasn't too great looking a dive into the sun. Realistically, they had that's actually a really short level.
No sign of any pursuit. We're already light years away from any Imperial
For as
forces.
difficult as that was really, really short. I guess it's supposed to be kind of an interlude.
We have the entire galaxy in front of us. And yet, for the first time in my life, I don't know where to go. I hope you have a plan.
We need to rally the Emperor's enemies. And I need to find someone that can teach me the things that Vader couldn't.
Sounds like we're still hunting Jedi.
And I think I know one that might still be alive.
General Kota?
Yes.
How did she guess
When I
that?
fought him, he said it'd be part of my future. Well, let's hope he was right. Head to Nar Shaddaa.
I know, right? Especially Juno's eyes, actually. Juno looks really unnatural in that last, game audio, my audio, or both?
Princess Leia, it's an honor to have a senatorial observer.
You can drop the charade, Captain Stern. We both know I was sent here as a hostage, to keep my father from speaking out against the Empire.
Then we both understand the situation, Senator. If your father keeps his mouth shut, I'll keep you out of harm's way. If not, you'll become the unfortunate victim of a Wookiee uprising. These slaves are mindless brutes, you know.
Show me to my quarters.
As you wish, Princess.
Whoops.
We're gonna need to pick up outside the Vapor Room right now.
I think I might have accidentally skipped something. Okay, hang on. I know what to do about the game audio. Move that up. I don't recognize this costume. Like, he's wearing a Mandalorian breastplate and everything. I just adjusted the game audio. Let me know what you think. So, obviously, I'm not gonna stick with this costume. Clone Wars Starkiller looked really good. But I think we're going to do things a little differently. I think that the best thing we could do for ourselves is be bounty hunter disguise. Yeah, it looks a little like a bounty hunter. I think that we need to be the Chosen One. If we're going to destroy the Sith, we're going to do it the right way. But not before destroying some Ugnaughts. Oh, yeah, with the red lightsaber, too. Oh, yeah, that actually feels cool. What are Imperial guards doing, like, all the way out here? This little guy just mugged me. Excuse me, do you know who I am? I'm the Chosen One. Look, I even have the right lightsaber. I'm sorry, where do you get off running up and clubbing me with a bottle? Okay, I'm actually gonna adjust the lightsaber a little bit. I'll probably switch back to the red one really fast, but I just gotta. I just gotta do this. Gotta get a little bit of the authenticity. Like, let's take a look at the face and stuff here. Ah, that's not too good. That looks a little bit like Starkiller's face with an Anakin texture on it. But, ah well, what can you do? Yeah, suck on it, Coda. Suck on it. You're blind. You can't defend yourself. How does it feel? Meanwhile, in Rebels, they have a scenario happening where Kanan actually is blind, but totally overcomes it. But in the cutscene, I think I kind of skipped right through it. But in the cutscene, Rom Coda is kind of a simpering, whiny prick. Like, he just loses all of his bite the minute he loses his sight, even knowing that he's a Force user. And you know, Kanan goes through something like that too, but he gets over it. Coda never really gets over it. Coda keeps insisting that his connection to the Force is gone because he lost his sight.
I have a problem here. Imperials are everywhere.
What can you set down?
There's a dock on the adjacent platform.
We're on our way.
Anyone else want some? Of course. Of course there's more. Coda, you deal with those guys. Oh, that's right. That's right. You can freeze them in carbonite. Okay, let's see. Yep. You just go over here. Stay out of the carbonite, Coda. Man, the physics on those guys is so bugged. Kind of playing out my own fan fiction here.
General, can't you move any faster?
I prefer to walk to my home. Shit better be around here somewhere.
Now we're back to a halfway decent level, and the reason I'm dying feels more like, feels a lot more like it's because I'm not paying attention than because the enemies themselves are cheap, but these jetpack troopers are pretty... Well, up, no, 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 Coda! Well, good. What did he just do? What did he just do? Did he just do like a little dance because he had to tinkle?
I'm on my way.
General, can't you move any faster?
I prefer to walk to my
There we go, saber throw.
Shit better be around here somewhere.
Where are... There we go. Hitting these guys with lightning is the best. Their jetpacks just go crazy. It's hard to imagine a bar being this far away from the landing pad, you know? Oh, this frickin' Ugnaught. Nope. Okay, Sith Holocron time. Yeah! Eat it. Ugh. Frick. There we go. Out of energy again. Just a little too slow. I probably need to upgrade that force ability. Man, that's a neat thing that the rotor there does, but I have no idea how you would guess that that's something you're supposed to be able to do. Oh, Jesus, and then it can get you killed, too. Like, there's so many dozens of ways to accidentally get yourself killed, and it's not a timing thing. It's not a thing where you're, like, playing Dark Souls and you have to be careful. It's a thing where, without knowing, without any observation whatsoever, you can just blunder right into something. You can accidentally blunder into destroying a canister that explodes. You can blunder into an invisible wind turbine that you don't know is going to throw you up in the air. You can blunder into hitting an enemy that apparently you're not supposed to hit with a lightsaber. Like, for as much as people criticize the idea of red barrels that denote explosive contents and whatnot, for as much as that's considered a cliche by some people, the fact of the matter is, the reason that we do that in a lot of games is specifically to project to you that it's explosive and make it consistent. Like, red bad. In the first level, they communicate to you that that the explosives are going to show up in a barrel with a red blinking light on it, and you expect there's going to be a red blinking light. Yeah, and that's true. But here they're often unmarked, often just plain gray barrels that look like the normal force-throwable objects. Spinny potato. Ugh. No reason for it, just immune. I don't have any way to block his force powers, mind you. Seeing Anakin Skywalker do Force Lightning.
The Emperor's army is infinite. You'll eventually be killed, or worse, and nothing will have changed.
But wouldn't you rather die on your feet than drown in some cantina?
I don't know. But I do have a contact in the Senate who could use your lightsaber. Where's your ship?
I didn't even get the Imperials in Carbonite. That was a really short level, too.
I was beginning to worry that you died in your sleep.
Oh, I'm starting to wish that I had.
We've reached Kashyyyk. I still think this mission's too dangerous. The planet is completely controlled by the Empire.
The contact better be reliable.
I trust him. He smuggled me to Cloud City, and he's an old ally to the Jedi Order. But all you need to know is that there's something very valuable to him down there. You get it, and maybe he'll agree to help you fight the Empire.
Get what?
Patience, boy.
Have we been spotted?
No. The cloaking device is fully functional.
Then take us down.
So what am I looking for, General?
You'll know when you see it.
You know, that engine on the back, that vertical engine, that would be such a lousy center of thrust. There is no way that that's the center of thrust. Right? Like in Kerbal Space Program, that ship basically would spin around in circles.
Coda, I think I found something.
What?
Just an old hut, but it feels familiar. I feel great darkness here. And sadness.
Turn away. Get on with your mission. There are some things you aren't ready to face.
What's inside?
Like, there's a lot of ships in Star Wars that aren't overwhelmingly practical, and if you ever get technical about center of thrust, center of mass, and all that, then you start to see a lot of those ships break down. But, you know, most of them look, at least to a layperson's eyes, fairly plausible. Like in an X-Wing, the engines are all back and center, kinda. Or at least they're distributed such that they're all back and center. Star Destroyer, back and center.
I never wanted this for you. I never wanted any of this for you.
I'm sorry, son.
The well-developed father figure who never
Father,
takes
no.
his hood off and doesn't appear to have a name.
Star Killer, are you alright? We lost contact with you for a moment.
I'm fine. I'm fine, Juno. I'm just a little bit turned around.
Oh, good. We're back to wildly irritating troopers with magic shields. And watch this. They'll survive that. Here, this is what an explosive canister should look like. I haven't seen that explosive canister since the start of the game. And, like, what do? You don't have any way to... You don't have any way to defend against flamethrowers. And I guess that's part of the point, right? Like, that's exactly what Boba Fett does. In order to... That's what Boba Fett does in order to hunt Jedi. He wheels out his flamethrower and that. They have the Purge Troopers. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. That is the one move that you've got against them that is reliable enough to bring down their defenses, that will not get you killed, is the Saber Throw. It is there to force you to use Saber Throw, which is totally contrary to the point of trying to let you get creative with the Force. And now I'm in this situation where I literally have no defense. Let's see if I've got any Force upgrades that'll help. Fortitude, max health, max Force energy, Force affinity. I could stand to upgrade that the full way. I think I'll pick that one up later. Sith Throw, Impale. Oh, yeah, I get it. Grip, Repulse, Saber Throw. What does this do? Hurl lightsaber at distant enemies. Directly towards your target. I don't get it. Force Repulse, fuck it. And as for my lightsaber, I don't really feel like having the blue lightsaber crystal. I feel like having a gold crystal. I feel like being a glorious golden Jedi. And to that end, who would be... Double check my other costumes here real quick. Brilliant flight suit. Know what? We're gonna be Plo Koon today. We're gonna be Plo Koon from Jedi Power Battles, where he has an orange lightsaber. Screw it, I'm about to die anyway, so I might as well restart at a point where I've got proper health and keep my saber upgrades and everything, or keep my various different upgrades. Excuse me, Excuse me, I had a lightsaber upgrade. Or, rather, the gold crystal. There we go. Yeah, now we're good and proper. Right, right. I mean, and the flamethrowers wouldn't necessarily be bad if they had just... If they just didn't do the thing with the shields. Like, where are they getting these personal shields, and how come the entire Empire is not equipped with these? Gosh, one lightsaber upgrade later, and I'm still not doing that much damage. I think they did fine with him in the Clone Wars. Like, he was never a major character. The slow-ass bombers. Yeah, I know. That seems like a real miscalculation. Like, the TIE bomber, if anything, is the thing that needs a shield, and has the room for it, even. It's already slow. It's already really slow. It's not going to get any slower. And since lightsabering this is impractical, we must simply electrocute it. Okay. Come on, lock onto the right thing. Lock onto the right thing. Ugh. I got killed struggling to lock on. I don't get it. That doesn't knock down their shields. That is a huge log. I'm going to guess that this is an instance where a level designer put that there thinking it was going to work, but nobody bothered to program these guys' shields dropping.
Juno to Star Killer, are you alright? We lost contact with you for a
Oh,
moment.
that lightning shield is awful.
Fine, Juno. I'm just a little bit turned around.
Well, I'm picking up a major Imperial facility right in front of you. Whatever you're looking for is likely to be inside.
There we go. That's the sequence that I need to kill these guys. Ugh. I gotta wait to charge. Wish I could be like Travis Touchdown, where I have to shake my lightsaber in order to recharge. Then I could at least control when it recharges. You know, it'd be nice if, like, hitting them with your lightsaber charged up the abilities. Like, help charged up your Force gauge. The Force gauge doesn't even have that many problems recharging, but it'd be nice if filling that dead air with lightsaber strikes had a purpose. Other than, oh, well, I guess I'm out of stuff that works. Guess I gotta swing my lightsaber. And here we have an enemy that I can't possibly fight with a lightsaber. 2 hits and I'm almost dead. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that isn't too great. Just a wall of blaster fire. And I'm sure that there's somebody out there who's going to watch this and be like, lol, get good, noob. And, who knows how to beat this in, like, one go, no hits. There we go. There we go. Okay, I need these canisters in order to beat this thing. If I just bombard it with canisters... And there's no way that they're assuming that this is how you're going to do it. Because... there's only so many of these canisters here to use. And it's so easy to just run out of them. Look, that's not even dead. How many explosives do I have to hit this thing with? And dead. Clearly it isn't, yeah. Okay, am I on Sith Master difficulty here? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I'm on Sith Lord. No wonder. Double check that that option's stuck. I'm on Sith Warrior again. Let's see how they fare this time. Oops. 2 moves, I'm out of energy. Brilliant. Wish it would quit cutting away while I'm about to attack something. This is a really bad idea. And the camera gets turned around, and... oh, see, now he takes a substantial amount of damage. Like, yeah, that was it. I was on Sith Lord difficulty, and that makes them all bullet sponges. Oh, for crying out loud. That makes them all bullet sponges. That makes me die in 2 hits. That's dying so much faster. Compare that to something like Devil May Cry, where the enemy's behavior changes, or where they actually create new arrangements of enemies for you. Compare that to, like, Ultra Violence on Doom, where they throw late-game enemies at you a lot earlier. And then the best part about that difficulty mode is that you get weapons a lot earlier. Yeah, put the damage increase that I need to beat those guys behind the enemies. That physics. All I want to do is trigger the explosive barrel, and I have to electrocute it for like a full 2 seconds. I guess it gives you like a fuse to get out of the way, but it really feels like it's not working at that point.
Master, there's a communications tower nearby. Destroy it, and you'll cut off Imperial transmissions in this system.
It's a hell of a way to die. $10,000 force points. I'll always take those. Oh, there's another holocron. I keep missing the holocrons, you know? Like, I get that sometimes a developer doesn't necessarily have the time and energy necessary to devote to making like a really well thought out new difficulty mode, right? But if it's going to be like this, where it actually makes the game less satisfying to play and where it feels less fair, maybe it's a good idea to leave that on the cutting room floor. I wonder how the higher difficulty settings feel compared to Sith Lord. Oh, for Pete's sake. So, what just happened there was the equivalent to... I once made this mistake in a game that I put together, where I was making a side-scrolling platformer. Oh, for Pete's sake, these guys again. Like, out of nowhere, the normal pattern for enemies is just totally disrupted. Oh my god! Go to hell. Go to hell. All of you go to hell. Every last one of you. Jeez, this place is just littered with hidden holocrons. We gotta not take this thing down. A red heatsink that looks like something that you shouldn't stand on. So I made this this side-scrolling platformer, and a really significant problem with it. This isn't any of the ones that I released professionally. This is one that I made in my spare time. A big problem with it was that the enemies didn't necessarily need to be on screen to be attacking you. Like, look at that guy! Look at how far away he is! And so what would happen is you would have enemies throwing spears from rooms away, like through walls and through cover, places that you could not possibly get, where you couldn't possibly fight them. All this while you're climbing a perilous tower of obstacles, kind of. And that's when I learned that there needs to be some kind of a trigger on the enemy's radius of awareness. They have to be within some reasonable distance of...
That's strange. The signal is faint, but I can still read it. There must be a backup generator somewhere.
within some reasonable distance of... God, Jesus. The player, they should turn on their awareness and turn off their awareness, and they shouldn't be able to attack you from ideally places where they can't see you. Or where you can't see them. Like this guy right here. This guy can just go fuck off into a pit and die. And I can't reach him. I can't actually approach him. I feel like there isn't a whole lot of tuning to this game, you know? And, like, the blast radius doesn't work. Oh, I'm getting close to needing to take a break from this thing, because even taking off Sith Lord difficulty, this is pretty annoying. See, and some of these I can jump onto, and some of them I can't. This game just makes itself up as it goes. And that too. And the guy I can't repulse because he's got a shield and... Oh, invincibility. Here we go. I can get behind invincibility. Whoops, we made an unfair level. Here's a power-up. See, I don't even get the sense I'm supposed to be able to do that, but... Push this. Yeah, there we go. Ah, for crying out loud, really? Ugh. Die.
Master, Imperial records indicate that you were in the personal quarters of Captain Isaac Stern. Disciplinary reports show that he was reassigned to Kashyyyk due to his extracurricular activities.
Okay, so, what do we got? We got, what look like Tauntaun heads, maybe? He's got a Wampa. He's got a Nogri, I think. That's a Dewback. Minox, really? That's like collecting leeches. Holocron, of course. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. I know what these guys are. They're from Attack of the Clones. Same with that. We got our Crate Dragon. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to shatter all your bones. Oh. How does that still have anything displaying? Okay. Oh, it's the Gorax! They got the head of the Gorax from the Ewok adventure there. And then somewhere... Oh, there it is. Yep. Yep. Yeah. They made this joke. Jar Jar Binks frozen in carbonite.
I should have expected the Emperor would send an assassin. It's a coward's tactic.
I do not serve the Emperor. I'm here with Master Koda.
Master Koda is dead. Killed above Nar Shaddaa. My father...
Your father? He's Koda's contact. How long has your father been feeding Koda information about Imperial targets?
How do you know?
Because Master Koda survived, and he was sent to find you. Let's go.
I cannot leave while this planet is still enslaved. If you are truly a Jedi, then you will destroy that. Once that skyhook is complete, the
then you will
Empire
destroy
start shuttling
that.
Wookiee slaves into space. Entire villages will be taken off-world in a matter of days.
The Empire will just rebuild it.
Eventually, maybe. But you will give the Wookiees a chance to disappear. You can take that lift down to the forest floor. It will be crawling with Imperials.
What about you?
Is there still an Imperial transport on the landing platform?
Yes, but I think the pilot might be dead.
And what makes you think I need a pilot?
Juno, I found what we're looking for.
Excellent. I can be at the drop-off point in.
Not just yet. I need to disable the skyhook before we leave.
I don't suppose I could talk you out of that.
Probably not.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do from here.
Like, I'm trying to figure out what it is about these animations that makes me feel like they... I never felt like, especially the aerial animations, flowed all that well, or had that sense of punch to them. Maybe it's just too choppy. I know that the landing, when he does the thud there, isn't very impactful. Like, it doesn't feel like there's very much weight to it, you know? I guess it's a lightsaber, so it's not like that's, not like that's, much of a thing. Alright, do I want to finish this level, or do I want to just, get on with it and try something else? What do you guys think? Because I'm kind of peeved at this game right now. Like, I got Metal Gear Rising I could be playing. Or any of the Devil May Cry games. I've got 3, I've got 4, I've got the reboot. I wanted to play The Force Unleashed 2 after I got done with this game, but I tried it out, and it crashes on startup. And apparently that is a really common problem with The Force Unleashed 2, is so many people have it just crash on startup. Like, it is basically non-functional on PC. That looks like a vote for Metal Gear Rising. Isaac, what say you? Isaac, if you don't speak up, I'm gonna just go with Metal Gear Rising. Isaac? Isaac? Isaac! Never seen a Metal Gear... Well, Metal Gear Rising is not exactly a Metal Gear game. Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Rising are very different from each other in a lot of ways. I'll go ahead and start that one up because... Or you know what? Input code, huh? We'll do Metal Gear Rising. I'm meaning to get a little bit further in that. Okay, let's try this out and see if it works. See if it streams okay. Okay, that's not gonna do it. I gotta mess with the window capture. There we go. I don't know, Isaac. I don't know very much about the YouTube chat feature. If you're talking about seeing your message to pop up inside of my stream, don't worry about that. Like, basically what's going on is the stream has some latency, where what you're seeing is about anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds behind where I'm at. I see your chat come up in real time. Like, as soon as you hit the message, I can see it. I've got a little live chat window next to Metal Gear Rising on my second monitor is what it is. The chat that you see in the stream is something else entirely. That's for display purposes only. I don't actually see the chat show up in-game the way it does here. I've literally got a little pop-out desktop chat window that's like a separate window from the game. Does that make sense? Get ready to be really lost really fast. No, I see it really fast.
We've come so far in just 3 short years.
I'm the one who has the delay. If I talk to you, then it'll come through like 10 or 15 seconds late.
The will of a strong people. And one very able advisor.
Thank you, sir.
Your team deserves credit as well, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
Just doing our job, Mr. Prime Minister.
I must admit, I once thought of groups like yours as opportunists, enablers of war. But you've trained our new army well. Order has returned sooner than expected. Perhaps I was wrong about these private military companies.
We prefer private security providers, sir. Most of Maverick's contracts do focus on security.
Yes, well, security can mean many things.
There's a saying I like. One sword keeps another in the sheath. Sometimes the threat of violence alone is a deterrent. Sometimes by taking a life, others can be preserved. It's the code the samurai lived by.
A soldier and a philosopher. You are full of surprises, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
I could say the same about you, Mr. Prime Minister. What is happening?
Someone's blocking the lead vehicle. Hold on.
Clear the road! This is official state business!
Here we go.
I said clear the road! We're authorized to use force if you do!
I don't think these guys have him outgunned. Just a hunch. This appears to be that kind of game.
Open fire! Who was that? A cyborg.
One of our competitors?
Courtney, what is happening?
We got hit, sir. A cyborg.
Who's?
Exif comes up unaffiliated.
I'll notify all checkpoints. Get on money out of there.
Yes, sir.
So, so think about Ghost in the Shell meets Devil May Cry, and you have a pretty good idea of what we're in for.
He's got friends on our 12s.
Raiden.
I'm on it. Guard the Prime Minister.
Oh yeah, it's definitely that type of game.
Let's get this over with.
Oh yeah. I don't mind telling you, this is one of my favorites. So right off the bat, you get this, the ninja run.
Between light and heavy strikes to match the situation.
And as you lean the controller, you can do all kinds of stuff to influence your targeting. So all I do is I hold RT, and I go into this sprint. And watch. No buttons. No buttons at all. He just navigates right over obstacles. It's awesome. I got running strikes. If I take it off, I get standing strikes. Try to remember how the lock-on works. And if I'm in the ninja run, and people shoot at me, I just deflect their bullets. I just deflect the shit out of them. Come on. Come on, shoot me some more. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can't, can you? Because I'm too fast. I'm too fast. I'm too fast. I'm too fast and you're too slow! Oh, you dick! That's the lock-on.
You little.
And then, if I hold the left trigger, I get this kind of aiming mode where I can just swing freely.
What are you doing, Raiden? Get to that limo. If you can't cut through the barricade, try the fence, huh?
I know, right? Like, The Force Unleashed has the name and, like, the title is the frickin' Power Trip, and it's... It announces for you flat out in the title, you are supposed to be a Star Wars Mary Sue fuck-off force power god. But because the design is kind of muddly and weak... Oh yeah, get ready for this, Isaac. Get ready for this shit. Meet Metal Gear Ray. This thing was the frickin' end boss of Metal Gear Solid 2. And it only had a water cannon back then. Now it's got a frickin' plasma cannon that's hotter than the sun and splits buildings in half. Oh yeah, and this fucker. Oh yeah, we're in full-on exploitation flick territory here.
So you're Jack.
What do you want with the Prime Minister?
I want him dead. Nothing personal, of course. Africa's just getting a bit too peaceful.
What?
Business ain't been the same since they shut down SOP. A clean break from the war economy.
I think this actually takes place in 2017, too.
How's an honest warmonger supposed to make a living?
This is your answer?
The cyborg future of 2017, right?
Don't worry now. I won't. Not while he's still useful. So long.
Yeah, this is complete cheese, right, Isaac? But it's so entertaining. Yeah, like I said, last boss of Metal Gear Solid 2.
What? They have a Metal Gear? Gear?
In the 70s, Razor. They had mechs in the 70s. Last boss of Metal Gear Solid 2, first boss in this game. And he can use all this frickin' space. Come on, stop moving. Aw, don't you dare. Don't you do it. There we go. Aw, hell yeah. It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be like that. It's nice when the lock-on just works and you don't have to struggle against it. Ah, look at that thing split apart. Yeah, any hail of gunfire, no matter how thick, as long as you're ninja running, you can't take damage. But you can take damage from that. Go ahead. Oh, son of a... Go ahead. Go ahead. Bring it. Go ahead. Do it. Do it!
They swapped out the hydraulic cutter for a plasma cannon. Use the ninja ram to dodge that plasma.
You think you have strength because you're gigantic. You think you're strong because you're huge. But you are not strong. Not anymore. Thought you were gonna be the winner? But it was me, Dio!
down! Stop that blade!
Suck on it!
Yes! Swing it wide open! Хорошо, very good. But do not rest easy just yet, huh?
Combat rank C. Yeah. I didn't do that good. Now we get to try out the Ninja Run's obstacle navigation.
There, get it. Use your ninja run to move over obstacles automatically.
Yeah, this is how you structure a tutorial level, man.
Do not let him out of your sight. You must catch him.
Here we go. There we go. Like, look at how beautifully deliberate everything feels here.
That damn you cheat. It still works?
Come on. Come on. Go ahead. Ah! Got burned, but I'm okay. Oh! Gonna rearrange your face! Oh! You want some of this? Oh, shoot. Oh, shit. He's actually going a little harder on me than usual. I'd love to see Starkiller do anything like this. crate dragon, that's nothing. So that's nothing like a Metal Gear game. That's absolutely nothing like a Metal Gear game. Which was kind of a matter of controversy when this came out. The way this guy smiles. He looks like a little boy who's like in a candy store or something.
The hell? Damn it!
Yeah, who cares if it's anything like the other Metal Gear games? It's good. Like, this is the game where you get to be the cyborg ninja, right? Like, they had all those cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 4 where Raiden's doing this crazy shit. And everybody's like, man, we want a game where you do that.
He's headed for the front of the train.
And Koji Pro couldn't put it together, so they finally farmed it out to Platinum. Yeah, the makers of Bayonetta, they did this. Yeah, I was playing The Force Unleashed earlier, but I got sick of it.
Too little too late, hero.
So I decided to...
Need my little shield here any
I decided to switch games. But yeah, I gotta edit that. I keep changing it from Knights of the Old Republic, actually. And it keeps changing it back when it says what game I'm playing.
What about all the good things war has done for us? Why don't we ever hear speeches about that? Jobs, technology, a common purpose?
Raiden, forget me. Stop him.
You ain't listening.
Yeah, I gotta figure that's the way it is, pandas. But anyway, welcome to the stream. I know it's not as advertised, but I hope you enjoy the choice of game anyhow.
Mind if I cut in?
Oh, cut. Oh, cut in. Oh no. I don't think there's a treaty for that. What an undignified way to go, too. This game is awesome. You kidding?
Out of my way!
Beats the crap out of the Force Unleashed.
He's all yours, Sam. Let's go.
How long can you last?
Oh, snap!
This will be unpleasant.
It's like an exploitation flick, man. You gotta just enjoy it. Like, you're not meant to take it that seriously.
Self-taught. And not half bad. Still. Your technique lacks something.
Like, you're really not meant to go into this game expecting it to be high art. Or even, like, a slightly complex plot. You're meant to go into this looking for, like, Kill Bill.
Oh, I see. You deny your weapon its purpose. It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back. No.
My sword is a tool of justice.
Here we go. Not again. This happens to Raiden so often.
Raiden, are you all right? You're almost clear of the tunnel. Just hang on.
Gotta try harder than that. Oh, did you want to practice first? This is what happens when you bring a tool to a sword fight. It's over. Lucky devil.
Get you waiting, huh?
Yes, it is cheese. It's supposed to be cheese. It's a feature, not a bug.
Down you go! Flash!
Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably the most serious of the whole bunch, and it's got this 1960s, like, Bond kind of cheese to it, too. It's very tongue-in-cheek. And I wouldn't say the stories are irrelevant, Isaac. They're just very clear with themselves about what they're trying to do.
How is it, Raiden?
So far, so good. I've got a clean visual.
A direct feed to your optic now. Yes, I should hope so, huh?
I mean, how does it feel? To fly like a bird?
Like a bird strapped to a remote control rocket.
We will get you in safely, Tovarich. Just relax and enjoy the ride.
Right.
The rest of the series,
Remember the 2 procedures to maintain your new body. 1. Seizing nano repair units from your foes. And 2.
Absorbing their electrolytes. I got it.
Yes, enemy cyborgs should provide plenty of MCFC electrolytes once you slice them open and extract their fluids.
They're terrorists. I was planning on that anyway.
Oh, and their left hands, if you please.
Excuse me?
The combat data stored on holographic memory, typically located in the left hand. That data is very valuable. I am authorized to offer you upgrades and services in exchange for it.
How generous.
This guy just has a shelf filled with left hands.
I would have a Nobel Prize on my shelf.
There, I see land.
3 mics out, closing. No activity at the airbase. Looks like we don't need to worry about interceptors.
Great. Then we have time for a quick briefing.
I know you miss me, Kev, but I've been all over the materials.
That's what you said before Montenegro. Look, just humor me, buddy. Objectives, of course, are enter Abkhazia, neutralize the terrorists, and restore the rightful government, or what's left of it anyway. The president and most of the cabinet have been killed, and a military junta's been established. The terrorists brainjacked all the high-ranking officers, and their cyborgs scattered the rank and file. The few leaders who have survived have no way of openly opposing the new regime. That's why they called us.
Andrei Dolzaev, leader of the occupation forces, an extremist linked to both the St. Petersburg massacre of 2015 and last year's terror spree in Georgia. And his arms supplier, none other than Desperado Enforcement, LLC.
Bonnie's killers.
If we don't stop them here, they could destabilize the entire region. But our more immediate problem is Jetstream Sane. I believe you've met.
So, like, if you've played other Metal Gear games, you're getting ready for this setup to be the entire game.
My enhancements this time. He won't be an issue.
But this briefing is really only just... It just applies to this level. So that should give you an idea of what Pandas is complaining about. Other Metal Gear games tend to give you a single mission that has a whole lot of depth to it, where you explore a single location within an inch of its life. And similarly, the narrative themes get explored in a whole lot of depth. Here, what you see is what you get. It's super... It is, It is very, very outwardly an excuse to have action and sword fights.
The waypoint is marked on your Soliton radar. Contact us on Codec if you have questions.
But look at that. Look at that. That's just so fun. And I can do more of that. That is what the game is about. It's there to let you do that. So, like, whether the other storylines are better or not, or whether this is worse than those, not really the way I would put it. It's different. It's not the same. If you were expecting it to be the same, then it's definitely going to let you down. But comparing it to Metal Gear Solid 4, MGS4 had the similar structure to its plot, where each of the missions took place in a different area and was kind of disposable and kind of linear. 3 was fantastic. 3 was like a once-in-a-lifetime achievement of storytelling and game design as one. But 2 and 4 are both kind of incoherent babble a lot of the time. And so for this one to be really straightforward with its presentation and really clear-headed about what type of story it is, you know, just throwing itself fully into this exploitation flick type of storyline. It might as well be called Metal Gear Solid 2: The Slashening. Or I'm sorry, Metal Gear Rising: The Slashening, or Metal Gear Rising: The Bloodening. Ugh. Like, it's really there to give you a game where you're in this kind of hyper-reality where that move right there is believable. This is the story where you can believe a guy reaches into people and grabs their spines and eats them. Yeah, 5 is not frickin'... It's not fucking finished, man.
I could take these guys with no eyes. Intel
It falls apart really fast after the intro.
Well, you know how fast the tech's been spreading these last few years.
It's got wonderful,
CNC muscle fiber
like,
packs the
design
power of a jackhammer into every limb.
in terms of its interactions and everything, but
of fortune could resist.
and
cyborgs are still human, real thinking people. Way less risk of collateral damage than your typical UAV strike.
it really feels like it
Don't
needed
forget the
6
PR
more months
angle.
at least,
Nations
if not an
start
entire
playing
year.
Frankenstein with their troops, and the public goes nuts. PMCs, on the other hand, are off the ethical radar.
Yeah, they still don't even
He
count
keeps
PMCs
moving
in
her
official
cup.
death tolls. With SOP out of the picture, private militaries needed a new edge on the market.
Goes nuts seeing that cup on the edge of the...
In a way, cyborgs are just SOP
Desk.
troops by another name, only all muscled up. and
I'd
less
heard, yeah.
predictable.
But it makes you wonder, where'd Desperado find these guys?
I'm not complaining.
I'd heard about it,
They're
the
like
whole
walking vending machines.
last encounter on that island.
Right. Vending machines full of blood. Easy there, Dracula. Like I said, they're still people.
See, this is what I mean.
Take innocent lives for money. They sowed their fate when they took this job. I'm just the Reaper.
Damn. It's a bit cold, Raiden. Even for you. Anyway, his school. Let's get to work. Time to increase the peace.
Right.
So, like, this isn't the game where you get deep social commentary about the military-industrial complex. This is, vampire cyborg ninjas on the island of Dr. Blood. You know? So it's, it's not supposed to be something you take seriously.
Raiden, this is Boris. Give me your status.
Looks clear. No one inside.
Razor, as a mod, are you able to
Let's
update
recap
any
the route
information about the stream?
As I said, the enemy's HQ is in the refinery along the coastline. Dolzaev has been spotted there using satellite photography. Also on site, Mistral, a Desperado captain.
So I go through the city, cross the bridge into the old town, then head down to the rear of the refinery.
Still, I think they anticipate us. They will probably have a grand reception awaiting you at the old city. Do not let your guard down.
Just the chat stuff, okay. I'm gonna take a moment here to update the stream's data a little bit, because it's, Panda's made a good point. Panda's made a really good point, because, it is a little bit terrible when it says something, but I'm playing something else. Trying to remember how to get the creator studio here. Live streaming. There we go. Oh, I got 5 people watching. That's amazing. Call this. Change that. Revengeance, there we go. And I think that updates it. Pretty sure it just updates live. Okay. All changes saved. Good. Hey, Whitney. That's some weird formatting, but I'll take it. Cool. Now at least people hopping in the stream know what to expect. Looks like the stream plays pretty nicely with this game, too. There we go. Fiddling with Windows a little bit. Cool. So this game has secrets a lot like The Force Unleashed did as well. You find these containers everywhere, they've got items. And right up here, if I'm not mistaken, I think this chandelier was hiding something. Come on. Or you know what? I think I already collected it. I think it's like a one-time secret collectible. Darn it. Sometimes the ninja run does go a little bit crazy if you're not very direct with it. Yeah, okay.
Hostiles in the lower corridor, I see. Try to flank them, or approach from behind.
So although this game doesn't really take up after the other Metal Gears very much, it does have some stealth mechanics.
Excellent, Raiden.
It does not necessarily have a non-lethal option, but...
Raiden, take that main thoroughfare.
And that's one of the things that the Metal Gear games are renowned for, that
your body analyzes radar and IR data
probably disappointed hardcore Metal Gear fans that were
some civilians are still in the city.
Hopeful this game was for them, you know? It has a very well thought out series of mechanics permitting a non-lethal style of play. Oops. Restart from last checkpoint. I didn't mean to do that. Forgot my own controls for a second there. There we go. Let me see here. I can't remember. There we go. That's how I activate it. Right. A big issue with... Like, there was a version of this game that Koji Pro was developing internally, where it took a little bit more after the mainline Metal Gear games.
What are you doing here? This area is off limits. What? No, I'm not doing anything. Can we just kill him? It'll be easier. We're supposed to have driven them all away already. So...
And the thing about that game is... The thing about that game is that Koji Pro was not really enchanted with how it was coming together.
Let him know he is safe.
There we go.
Thank you, thank you. I will not forget this.
So they were just going to quietly cancel Metal Gear Solid Rising, as it was called. Like, we weren't going to get this game at all.
Return to your designated route, Raiden. Check the coordinates on your Soliton radar.
Okay, let's move in here a little bit more quietly. Okay, there's our enemies up ahead. Oh yeah, these guys. Ah, no. So between having the game canceled and having it come out in a fashion that might have cut some of the Metal Gear isms out of it in order to make it more attainable. Because you can put so many stipulations on a design for a game that it's impossible to develop. And that's what they were facing. They were facing a game that had to have action as satisfying as any... I don't remember how to parry at all. There's a parry mechanic, and I don't know how it works. Yeah, No Man's Sky is a pretty good example where it just has too many things it's trying to accomplish to possibly satisfy everybody.
Very good, Raiden. Now,
and Metal Gear Solid Rising was going to be a lot like that, where they needed to have this really satisfying hack-and-slash, high-action type of game. The Metal Gear trademark level design, which is very network-based and very organic. All of their stealth gameplay, too, but with this super high action, you know, cut anything style of play that also contradicted the cerebral stealth gameplay. Right? I know that was kind of a word salad there that I got into, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. It was a very self-contradictory type of design. This is at least, you know, straightforward. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, here we go. I can have fun with this. Check it out. Check it out. Ah! Ah! Give me your core. Yeah, that got everybody's attention. This game gives me the satisfaction of playing something like Ninja Gaiden, but with a lot more of a sense of control. Like, I feel like it's a lot more deliberate than playing Ninja Gaiden. So in Ninja Gaiden, one of the mechanics is that if you execute a heavy attack exactly right on an enemy, then Ryu will dismember them. The exact conditions for triggering a dismemberment are difficult to say, but you've got to, like, stun them or something. Except it's not always a real stun. And so, on one hand, when you pull it off, it's super satisfying. And it makes the action feel very decisive, where you look for that opening, take advantage of it, and have that satisfaction of instantly slaying them. Like you got that one hit that you needed to get. Yeah, that's just a very Team Ninja thing, where they want you to hit decisively.
We're picking up a wireless transmission near your position.
Neo has
From
that
the
too.
frequency, most likely an enemy data terminal. Check it out. We may be able to salvage some intel.
Ah, Jinx. Jinx, you both owe me cokes. I remember when this came out and I just wanted to play with this system. The Zandatsu system. And that's the thing that makes the deliberate nature of strikes in this game feel so good. Is having the cut mode. Where you make that opening.
Greetings, cyborg.
You hit the button. Uh-oh.
Show yourself.
Chainsaw! Ace a doggy. Ace a big ol' doggy.
And you are? I am IF Prototype LQ84I.
I'm gonna call you doggy.
IF Prototype
Interface prototype. All autonomous UGs feature high-level onboard artificial intelligence. An additional prototype interface enables verbal communication. I possess an intellect far beyond human reckoning.
And you're a doggy.
Don't say. Okay then, what's the meaning of life? Why are we here?
I am here to kill you.
That's it? Pretty simple thinking for such a mighty intellect.
I may analyze orders, but I may not disobey them. Should I disobey a direct order, my memory would be wiped. I must destroy you.
What good is an intellect if you can't use it?
Your taunting is pointless. Exterminate!
Come on, Fido. Come on, Fido. Okay, this is the level where I'm supposed to know how to do a parry, but I have no idea how to parry. If anyone wants to look up how parrying works and remind me how to do it, I would be so happy to have you do that.
Combination complete.
Don't remember how it works at all.
What's wrong? Come on, buddy, answer me. Raiden? Raiden!
Okay, does it have any information on how to parry here? Because I can't remember for the life of me. Use sub-weapons, switch lock-on. Strong attack, light attack, jump. I know there's a parry here. Left stick and... Okay, that's how I do it. I feel like I must have missed the tutorial that tells you how to do it. There we go. Oh, yeah. Take that. Eat it. All running away, eh? You yellow bastards! Come back and take what's coming to you. I'll bite your legs off. Ha!
Even you are merely human in the end. Combination attack. I will obliterate your consciousness.
Shit!
Is this all?
Ah! Eat it! Eat it!
Help me.
Yeah, you better call for help. Ah, oh, son of a bitch.
Are we both here only to fight then?
Full health! Oh! So rusty with the parry.
Impressive.
At dog.
What would an AI know about freedom?
Ah. You know, Pandas, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, did you want to have the game where Raiden gets to be the cyborg ninja or not? I forgot this was a stealth section that I was in here. But I seem to have made out okay. Sure there is, to have a video game. I mean, sometimes it's that simple. The answer to those questions is nobody cares. There's guys to slash. And like the alternative, the alternative idea for what the plot of this game was going to be was the intermediate story between Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4, where he rescues Sonny from wherever it was he rescued Sonny from. And that would have been a more copacetic idea for a story, but it would have been mostly escort missions. So either the developers could pick any scenario they want and have the freedom to make any kind of missions they want, or they could pick a scenario that kind of handcuffed them to having sorts of missions that weren't necessarily all that great. And didn't necessarily give you that much variety. Like, I'll be really blunt. I don't care how Jack's son was doing. And I don't care how Rose is doing. Rose was never that interesting to me. Let's see, surface-to-air missile, RPG. RPG it is. LB to equip, okay. Keep expecting to grab onto the ledge. Whoop. Yeah, the sub-weapons tend to get you hurt more than help. The helicopter gets dizzy. Now I just gotta get one good shot in on him. Not doing my best here, but I'm trying. I mean, I think Razor's got a point, too. I think beyond the mere utilitarian needs of what kind of plot could work for this game, I think it's fairly plausible that as a cyborg ninja, he's really only suited to one type of work. And I can kind of relate. Like, I've attempted at various points to change my career a little bit, but there's one thing that I can do, and that's work on video games for a living. Okay.
Stupid to try and hide here. Looks to me like Russian spies.
Hey, we are just...
Well, we can't let him give away our position. Waster! We'll fill out the paperwork later.
No!
And they killed the guy. Run. I waited a little too long. Yes, I am a game developer. I am specifically a programmer and technical designer. I worked at Way Forward for a little while. And then, apart from that, I've done a few indie productions. Like, something you have to realize is that the PlayStation 3 had 512 megs of RAM. So it's not like they had room to model the interior of that helicopter anyway. Like, with as complicated as the system is for having this cut-anything type of system already, it's already... that's the right studio. Yes. I haven't worked on any of the Shantae games myself. I worked on Till Morning's Light, which is a game that you can get on Android and iOS. Kind of a little horror. Not so much like a hard horror flick type of game as spooky, like Scooby-Doo kind of horror. Ghost stories, that kind of thing. It was a really cool project, though. And then apart from that, I worked on Adventure Time Puzzle Quest, and my first game with them was Wonder Momo Typhoon Booster. A kind of reboot of a Japan-only arcade game that came out in, like, 1987. Well, it was based on a property that was a spin-off of a Japan-only arcade game, but I don't think you can pick it up anymore. I didn't have the pleasure of working on Shantae or DuckTales or any of the really, really big titles, although Till Morning's Light was a pretty big production. Like, in terms of the resources it used, as opposed to WayForward's kind of image for the product, it was probably the biggest project that we... Probably one of the biggest projects that the studio had ever worked on.
You know, back at the entrance to the old city.
And that was a collaboration with Amazon.
Maybe you can hitch a ride. Most likely, platoon commanders carry correct ID data for the gate. Use enhanced mode to figure out who to hit.
Hurry and get that hand right.
So I have some insight on the technical needs of what some of these systems entail. In particular... Oh, well, so much for the stealthy approach. In particular, I've done a lot of work with action-based game mechanics like this, and a little bit of coordination with level designers as well. And so, something that I've learned is that you definitely can't have everything in one game. I think one of those guys was supposed to have a left hand for me to take, but I think they gotta stream in a new... Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Gotta get your left hand. Okay, fine. Fine. Ugh. I'm really rusty with this game. Ugh. Really rusty.
Right. You missed them all? Well...
Oh, I didn't know there was a 1080p update. I ought to try that. That might actually make the stream work. I'd been planning to stream that thing, but it just doesn't want to display properly.
I should have guessed you would choose this route.
I'll have to give that a try. That might make it playable. Because I could only get, like, awful 4x3 resolution type of stuff. Okay, that machine gunner's gotta go. What can I do to get that guy? I'll tell you what I can do to get that guy. Fuck this column. And fuck this column. Ugh, I'm out of energy too. I gotta upgrade this. In the workshop? Okay. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Frick. Yeah, kinda. There's a lot of people who've been working over the years to restore all the content from from Knights of the Old Republic 2. Oh, hey there, Dougie. Hey there, have you been missing me? Have you been missing me, little guy? My dog Dougie just came in here to say hi. He's been looking for me, apparently. Yeah, that team is gonna get shut down so hard, dude. I would not count on that to get finished. The Knights of the Old Republic remake, I would not count on that thing to get finished. No, I think I remember it was Unreal 4. If it wasn't Unreal 4, then it really should be. It's the kind of thing where even if it gets finished, then Disney is going to cease and desist that hard. I'm kind of surprised they haven't already, because Disney is very, very aggressive about protecting their IPs.
To get to the plant, first make your way to the hotel roof.
Yeah, I know, Boris. I just gotta explore a little bit. I gotta make sure I didn't miss any goodies. I'm all about the goodies. After I finish this level, I'm gonna have to go spend a little bit of time with my dog, but... like, unless they worked out a deal with Disney and Lucasfilm, or even with BioWare or something, there's just no way that they're gonna let that slide. It is blatantly illegal to remake a game that doesn't belong to you, and, you know, even to release it for free. Especially since Disney's making money at this point, or off of both The Old Republic, the MMO, and off of Knights of the Old Republic, which is still selling copies on Steam.
Raiden, what's happening? Your heart rate spiked.
He has a heart inside of that thing?
I just dodged a bullet. All right, I'm heading for the refinery.
Now, is that an unlicensed indie team, or is that an actual studio with an actual contract to make the game? Because last I checked, it was an unlicensed indie team. Like, just because they have a name for the studio doesn't mean that they're in any way official. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, that doesn't sound entirely legit. Did I get credit for that left arm? I don't think I did. I remember the first time I played this game, it took me a lot of practice to get the arms. Ugh. So there's gonna be... Shoot! They're gonna get stopped. You can almost count on it. Get a lock-on going here. Not you. Nobody cares about you. Like, basically groups like those only tend to get cease and desist orders when they're either really close to completing it or when keep forgetting to parry. There we go. Or when they are actually releasing the game, and then it exists for a short period, and then it dies. Non-profit, my ass. I mean, I get it. They're not going to make money off of it, right? But the problem is that it potentially damages Disney's ability to make money off of the things that they are selling, right? So, like, as soon as a remake of Knights of the Old Republic is released by an unlicensed group for free, then why should anyone buy the real Knights of the Old Republic? Yes, off a game that won't get a reboot, because they're still selling copies of the game. And they're still selling they're still trying to get users with the MMO, too, and it's a competitive product with that. Like, it doesn't matter, the license isn't theirs. Like, Disney owns the product, Disney makes the rules. Oof. See, I know you probably have a copy of Uranium, and a lot of people do, and you can find it.
There was classified data embedded in that hand. It appears that man underwent modification at the Patriot facility.
But Nintendo still hit them with a cease and desist really fast. Yeah, the official site went down, they were no longer able to talk about it. They had to destroy their source code.
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position
so it can never be updated.
You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
Similar things happened with the Chrono Trigger game.
Right. The cliff is just ahead at the end of the old city.
Like, at this point, they should really know better than to try and do a remake of a game they don't own.
The refinery's not connected to the city.
Or else they had better have a deal with Disney.
There that leads to the plant. It is protected by a fence, but probably you can cut your way through.
Probably.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running security down there.
Yeah, it's a really heavy penalty doing an unlicensed game in a series you don't own. If you don't comply with them, then they really hit you bad. Like, they could sue you for more money than you've ever seen in your life. You'll be the easiest $1 million their legal department ever made. No, the cease and desist orders for these things involve destroying the source code.
Watch out! They keep on coming!
Shoot. Kaizo Mario isn't a standalone game, dude. Kaizo Mario is a ROM hack, and ROM hacks are illegal, but they aren't enforced. Uranium is a whole competitive product. Kaizo requires you to have a ROM of Super Mario World itself before you can play it. Yeah, and that still requires you to have a copy of the actual Ocarina of Time ROM. Like, it's a much more fuzzy kind of gray area with ROMs and ROM hacks than it is with a whole original game made by a competing team without permission. Mostly because they tend to keep hidden. They tend to treat it like it's illegal and not out themselves immediately. They couldn't ROM hack it, though. That really only applies to older games than it does to newer ones, because like at that point it kind of counts as a mod, right? But there's only so much of an extent to which you can mod Knights of the Old Republic, and it needs a lot more than just a mod. Okay, I don't remember how this works. I guess if I don't get hit by the laser sight. Yeah, okay. Like, a big thing would be not publicly outing themselves as making the mod. Or the game, rather. And circulating it in secret, but that kind of defeats the point. And that's kind of how ROM hacks and ROMs work, is they're not especially high profile. Whoa! Oh, crap. Frickin' Orbot things. Sometimes the reach isn't as good as you'd like it to be. Let's see. Restart story more. No, I don't want to do that. Screw you guys. Screw you. Oh, these frickin' heavies. Oh, that's great. The ninja run jumps through the lasers. I had no idea. Oh, I love that. Shit! I didn't know they were able to do that shit. I didn't know they could grab me. That's how rusty I've gotten. Come on. Oh, hell yeah. Come on. Did I get it? No, I don't think I got it. But I killed 2 guys. That sounds like a load of shit. I don't think that's going to protect them, dude. Crap. Crap. Stairs. Screw these. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe not going back down there again. It's not a mod if they have to program a whole new executable from the ground up, dude. Like, there isn't anything they can realistically do. Come on. There we go. That sounds clever and all, but I don't think that's going to protect them at all. Oh, hey! What do we got here? Data storage. Did I find another secret area down here? Well, another bean paste thing, I guess.
Nice hiding spot. Wonder where he learned that from.
I found a guy in a cardboard box. Anything over here? Nope. Sound's getting desynced. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'll go ahead and restart the stream real quick. Alright, how are we doing now? I just gave the stream a quick stop and start. We good, Razor? That's real bad. Okay. I'm about to go into a boss, so I'd like the sound to be good. Anybody else having sound problems? You know, it really seems like I could just end her right here. You know? Really seems like this would be a very decisive finisher. Try it again. Oh, it just goes right through her. Just right through her. Can't hit her with it. What happens if I go for her feet? Yeah, no good. Okay, everybody else is doing fine then. I'm just gonna go for it.
I was wondering when you'd come, Jack the Ripper.
No one calls me that anymore. Dolsaev, where is he?
Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long
I can show you a
time.
better time than
A
that
long
crusty old
time.
bear.
You're in charge here?
I am Mistral, the cold wind of France. And your reputation precedes you. Liberian, but white as snow. A natural-born killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was born in Algeria myself, you know. I'm only half French.
And?
We had our own civil war in the 90s. So you see? Cut from the same cloth, you and I.
You don't know me.
I lost my whole family. Everything. But I butchered those fuckers. My family's killers. That's when I realized I am a killer too. And a good one at that. I slaughtered dozens in Iraq, in Afghanistan. I'd found my calling.
Proud of that, are you?
What happened, happened. To be honest, I found it quite dull. My enemies fell like domino, one after another. Not once did I feel threatened. I was adrift, without challenge, without purpose. At times, I even envied my prey. At least they had a cause to die for. And then, I met him.
Who?
And I knew what I had been missing. His ideals gave my life meaning. Ideals, Jack. What are yours?
I protect the weak.
Still? So naive.
And if I must kill to protect them, then so be it.
It seems we have less in common than I thought.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you would kill for your ideals, then surely you are ready to die for them.
Oh, here we go. Give it a rest, pandas. Oh, I could have handled that better. Oh, boy. This is just devious what's going on here. Got all those little orb bots to distract you. Shit! Oh, that wasn't my best moment. Oh, crap. Crap, crap, crap. You can almost count on that, pandas. Oh, crap. Oh, where's the spot? A lot of Japanese game developers' boss designs actually do derive influence from a lot of Hindu figures. Like, you see it everywhere in Final Fantasy. You see it in Asura's Wrath. And here, of course. A lot of the monsters in Castlevania, too. Like, they kind of dress them up in a gothic horror package, but... Oh! That got me. Oh, that's getting me. There we go, finally. Oh, blimey. If it isn't Durga, then it's Kali. Very probably Kali, actually. Who wields weapons in each hand. Oh, crap! Crap! Oh, that arm lance. Starting to... Oh! Nope. Nope, I don't have this. I don't have the hang of this. It is a very good weapon.
Don't you want it to know?
Okay, come on. Oh, shit! Oh, just barely. Just barely avoided that. Oh, crap. Those little guys are so distracting. Come on, come on! Oh. Oh, jeez. That's why you don't want to be too far away from her. Like, her distance attacks are the worst. I am invincible!
Mistro, report! Your vitals are dropping.
I lost. So this is how they felt.
What?
Dying. For a cause.
Wait. No. Hold on.
I am sorry. He was too much.
I do not need apology. I need you alive.
But I know you will never fall.
What? What is this talk about?
Je t'aime. De tout mon corps.
Je t'aime. Mister, you never...
It's called liquid nitrogen.
Talking to you, idiots.
You killed her! You trial nuts! Murderer!
That's rich coming from you. It's overdose, I have. Surrender.
Translation.
Why would I surrender? We are exactly where I want.
Shit.
Built with Russian money to make Russian money. It is no plan for outcasts. It is their prison. But now, they will be free!
Damn. Crazy son of a bitch.
Raiden? Raiden, what happened?
Bastard blew himself up.
I see. Time to get you out of there.
Pandas, that game is called SWAT 4.
Secure an LZ.
Understood.
SWAT 4 is a squad-based game where you control a SWAT team, and it's meant to be a reasonably serious simulator of SWAT missions. And so you, there it is, Polearm Lagrange. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about then. You tell them get down on the ground, and they actually get down on the ground. Original body, Gray Fox. Ooh, I actually get the Gray Fox unlock. That's great. This was an exclusive back in the day. White armor. Inferno armor. All of the old pre-order armors they give you in the PC version. Oh, the Fox Blade. Oh, that's cool. What does it do? Enhancements? Oh, right, I can upgrade. The Cyborg Tux Suit is an unlockable ability. Or an unlockable, costume. But I gotta get the polearm. Life. Yeah, I think I need more health points. Fuel cells. I need more fuel cells, like, really bad. Like, I run out of this stuff too fast. Even the toughest enemies in one hit. I see. Alright, what are some abilities that updated version improves reaction speed, upward thrust. So that's going to be a heavy attack of some kind. Sweep kick. Let's see. What the heck is this one? I see. Definitely want that. If it's the Masamune from Chrono Trigger, maybe. Well, no, the Masamune from Chrono Trigger is like Excalibur. Aerial parry, yeah. Get an enhancement for that. Go to the main weapon. Enhance that. Enhance that. Enhance that. Anything else I can get at all? More skills, probably. Man, I just don't know what these do. Like, this is not a very informative, screen where it comes to explaining how these attacks all work. You know, Razor, that almost sounds like a good time, but I don't think that's a good time that'd last very long. Up. Okay, get ready for this, pandas. Get ready for this.
So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Yep, all set.
Hope so. You'd be a little conspicuous just walking the streets.
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
Hold on a sec, Isaac.
Yeah. Well, just get into the sewer system ASAP. Hopefully anyone who notices you will just mind their own business. You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I had the good doctor make some adjustments along with the repairs.
Remote piloting and AI wiping have been disabled. So yeah, I say let's throw him a bone.
Wordplay. My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. Amusing on 2 levels.
Let's go.
Watch how well this this disguise works.
¿Quién es ese güey? ¿Un mariachi? ¿No? ¿Un cyborg? ¿Ese es un
Adiós, amigos.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
It's right. I'm in the sewer system.
All right, let's get started. Your mission's to investigate the Desperado-affiliated research center somewhere in that area. According to the intel from our client, the lab's been dumping illegal waste into those sewers. FYI, they're also involved with the cartel.
He was disguised for all of 2 seconds while he dropped into a nearby sewer.
This just gets better and better.
Tell me about it. We need you to infiltrate the lab and find out everything you can. Of course, you'll have to find it first. We still don't know the exact location.
So I'm looking for anywhere the lab might hook up with the sewers?
Yep. If they're actually dumping waste, they've got to link up somehow. Find that connection, sneak into the lab, and see if you can find evidence implicating them on anything.
No problem. Stealth's my specialty.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Do we have any idea what kind of research they're doing?
After all the shit he did in Metal Gear Solid.
Maybe something related to all the people.
And now nobody believes him that he's good at stealth.
It's possible. First thing, maybe.
I will
Skip all that crap.
You will
Fuck
provide backup.
Sir, yes, sir.
Commence operation.
Alright, so I'm going to I'm going to take a break for the time being. I want to attend to my dog. My real dog, not the robot dog. I got a little dachshund named Douglas Adams, and he's been wanting my attention all day. So, we are going to leave it here for right now. I might hop back on in about 30 minutes to an hour or so. No, Douglas Adams is the name of my favorite satire author. He was the author of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If I ever get another dog, then I'll probably name him Terry Pratchett. Something with a beard, you know? Something like a little Kerry Terrier or something. Oh, thank you very much, pandas. Really appreciate it. I'm enjoying this so far. I hope that my commentary is interesting enough and that the game is fun enough to take in. Well, to be fair, video games are kind of it's kind of my job, right? Like, this is just as, like, I should tell you, this type of game and these types of mechanics with the interaction between game mechanics and animation are exactly the kind of thing that I enjoy working on the most. Like, I love dealing with animation events and animation-based collision detection and hitboxes and that kind of thing, and I love doing the kind of the programming with regards to the logic of how combos work and finding ways to create versatile movesets and things like that. Yeah, Razor, I'm more taking a break. I'm going to step away for a little bit in order to take care of my dog. And then I'll be back in, like, between 30 minutes to an hour. Well, I appreciate it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how fancy I really intend to get, but it probably wouldn't be too bad of an idea to move the chat box off to the side somewhere. Oh, you know what? That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. I still haven't gotten Neo yet. Anyway, to finish what I was saying, yeah, this type of game is the kind of thing that I really like to study just as much as the type of game that I enjoy playing the most reliably. So yeah, I'm gonna nerd out on this a lot. I gotta say that my enthusiasm for this stream picked up a lot when I moved to Metal Gear Rising as opposed to The Force Unleashed. I'm probably gonna finish The Force Unleashed, but maybe it's good to have this interlude. Anyway, cheers, and I'm heading out. Be back in a little bit.